I'm never going to put more accountability on the woman that the man penetrated without protection if she gets pregnant. You as a man have to protect your seed. What's going on, YouTube? In this dosage, Fresh Prince CEO from the Fresh and Fit podcast impregnates Daisy Fit, an IG model, and Miss Asia 2023. But before we react to it, like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications, share the content with your family, friends, colleagues, and peers so that they can ingest the Q pill as well. Let's get a dose of this shit.
I want the baby because I don't want to kill the baby. I don't want to kill nobody. I don't want to.
You're not. They just give you a pill and then it's over.
No. I'm pregnant.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The pill, they just give it to you from a doctor and then you're good.
I am pregnant. I can't pretending like nothing happened. I can't. In my religion, we don't kill.
You're not killing. Okay.
I want to keep the baby.
Okay. Well, like I said, I just don't want any kids. You know?
Okay, so what you gonna do? And what you gonna do to me?
Nothing. Well, why did I do anything to you?
Nothing?
Why did I do anything to you?
No, I know. So like, how are you gonna deal with this? By saying I don't want a baby? That's all?
I mean, I could go to the doctor, I guess.
To the doctor. So you want abortion?
I mean, yeah. Why do you want a kid now?
And why do you make me pregnant now?
That's I'm like, there's no way that's true. But then I said, oh wow, like.
So just think about it. It's meant to be. God
Sorry?
wants you to have the baby.
Definitely not.
It is. God wants you to have a baby. 7 years never happened, and then you're fucking me for a month, and I'm pregnant. What does that mean?
Well,
Now I just think about it, if you force me to kill the baby, then you're a sin.
Well, we already sinned by having sex, but it's too late now, you know. But honestly.
So that was the phone call exchange between Daisy Fit and Fresh Prince CEO. As y'all see, she recorded it in an attempt to air him out because she was unhappy about the fact that he impregnated her and then wants her to get an abortion. And you guys heard her reiterate several times during the call that she wants to keep the baby. She doesn't plan on getting an abortion. So I don't know how Fresh is going to go about that because he shouldn't have came in her to begin with. You know, I talk about all the time that men should protect their seed, especially the more valuable you are, the higher your net worth, the more prestige and status that you have, the more women are going to want to have a baby by you because they understand that you provide the optimal environment to raise a child in. Now, she said in another interview that she doesn't value being married. That's pretty stupid on her behalf because that's the way you will most likely ensure that a man will stick around once you get pregnant. But that's a conversation for a different story. The fact of the matter is, I'm talking about Fresh Prince coming in this woman, ejaculating in this woman, knowing damn well that if a woman allows you to ejaculate in her, there's a maximum possibility that she will get pregnant. So to pretend as if you don't know that this is not going to occur, this doesn't have the highest probability of occurring, is extremely stupid and irresponsible. You know, dick discipline is not entirely semen retention or refraining from sex. It's semen intervention, in my opinion. You wear a condom. You don't have to stop having sex, but you need to make sure you wear a condom. Because how naive is it to slide up in a woman who allows you to slide up in her and she doesn't require you to use a condom and you purposely don't use a condom? You don't look out for yourself. You don't look out for your seeds. You don't look out for the fact that this woman may potentially get pregnant with your baby, and then you have to deal with the negative ramifications of her getting pregnant, because oftentimes if a woman gets pregnant by a valuable man, a man who's high in status, power, prestige, influence, has money, has resources, has the lifestyle that she would want to bring her child up in, has the lifestyle that she would want to experience as the mother of that guy's child, then she's typically going to keep the baby. It's a no-brainer. So that's why, as a guy, it is your job to remain as logical, as objective, even in the most heated, intense moments of sexual desire as you possibly can, so that you don't end up in this situation. Some people are saying, well, she tried to trap him. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He fell for it, if that was the case. And I'm not saying she tried to trap him. I don't know the full story. As you guys are about to see, we're actually about to look at the text message exchanges between these two. And from her demeanor and from the way she conveys herself, also I heard her on another interview on a panel with a creator named Tree of Life, and it was on Destiny's channel, that she gave an in-depth analysis of her situation. She went into detail about how her and Fresh met, the things he said to her, the things that he said he wanted her to be, the purpose that he wanted her to serve in his life. And she even said that they would talk about having kids. So, as I said, that's a different in-depth reaction for another day. This reaction right here is about the lack of dick discipline that Fresh has shown and how it's leading to his demise, because ultimately that's what it's going to cause. We know how expensive children are, and if she decides she wants to keep the baby and she goes through with the pregnancy, that nigga out of luck. That's just the reality of the situation. But let's look at the text exchange between these two as well. So as we can see here, she sent him pictures of the pregnancy test. She said, "You always told me you wanted to be your baby. You wanted me to be your baby's mother. I loved you and did everything to be a good girlfriend. Now this is happening. You walked away. I think I want to keep the baby. I don't want to kill alive." And y'all got to understand, she's Asian. This is clearly not her first language. I mean, English is clearly not her first language, so her English is going to be improper. "I want you to think carefully and take the responsibility." He said, "I'll call you shortly." She said, "Take your time." He said, "I can't have kids." She said, "Take responsibility for your actions." He asked, "What's this?" She said, "Read it. Blood test. Pregnancy blood test." "I know, but what does it mean? I don't understand the numbers." She underlined pregnancy and the period of time that the doctor said when gestation likely occurred. 3 to 4 weeks, the doctor says. He said, "Oh, okay." She said, "It's our baby, and you want to kill our baby. You are not being a good human." He says, "It's not about that right now. It's not good, and a lot is happening, especially now business may be over. I don't want kids right now. We spoke about it, and you agreed." She said, "I never agreed. I agreed based on your actions. Are you not educated? If you keep coming inside me, I will get pregnant. I don't get pregnant without your behave. Words means nothing. Man up. I'm not saying I want to be with you, because I don't. You are nothing to me, but the baby is innocent." Fresh responds, "You should have a kid with someone you are with, love, in the same household. It won't be what you expect. Man up. I'm telling you now, so you know now." She responded, "I don't expect anything anymore since we are not together. I got pregnant with you. I was in the house, and when I was in love with you. You wanted to have the baby. If you didn't, you did come at me with your own pleasure. Be logic and be a man. I don't get pregnant by myself. It's not fair for the baby." "What are you saying? We are not together and won't be. Why would that be good for the kid?" She says, "So why did you come inside me?" He says, "Also things happen, and yes, feelings change, but bringing a kid into this world without both parents is cruel. We both thought you wouldn't get pregnant. It was a joke." She responds, "All I'm saying is that you should handle your responsibilities for what you did. I am a victim in this relationship, and I am carrying your baby. You act like you don't care, and you don't want nothing." He responded, "Also, now I'm worried I have to test other girls, at least 4. She responds, "Another girl? 4 girls? You are saying that you had sex with 4 girls without protection? I hope you have all the money for your child support. You finally admit you are fucking trash." He responds, "I don't have money. Good luck. Laugh out loud. You will see." And then she proceeded to continue to expose him tell her story because, she's the victim. She allowed a man to impregnate her, and now he doesn't want to take care of the kid. The classic narrative that women assume the victim role in, and the man is perpetrated to be the villain. She says, "My name is Daisy. This is a story between me and Walter Weeks, the podcaster known as Fresh on IG and YouTube, Fresh Prince CEO. I met him on November 21st in Miami, and I fall in love with him. We spent New Year's together, and that's the time when he asked me to be his girl and commit to him, and he posted a video of us on social media. He said to me, 'I love you. I don't want you to be with any other man.' A few days later, he asked me to meet his mom. Everything went well. I showed him and his mom my respect. He defended me on podcasts from the rumors. That's the moment I truly fell in love with him. But this is where the game began. I left Miami on January 8th, traveled back to China for Chinese New Year. The night before, we had a serious conversation, and he says he sees me like someone to spend his whole life with, and I told him I was going to move to Miami for him. From then on, we started a long-distance relationship for 2 months until I traveled to Barbados. I met his entire family there. He made everything so real that he is serious with me. Therefore, I'm not on birth control, and we had sexual behavior without protection. I was ready to have a baby with him and build a family. He asked me many times, 'What if you get pregnant?' My answer towards him was always, 'Yes, I want to keep the baby. I don't mind having a baby with you.'" So according to her, Fresh asked her out, asked her to officially be his girlfriend. She met the family. They were engaged in a long-distance relationship for a couple months, and they were sexually active without the use of condoms. So now she's pregnant. That's typically what's going to happen if you ask a woman to be your girlfriend and you guys engage in coitus unprotected. At some point, she's going to get pregnant. And it's the man's job to know this. I don't know why we expect women to behave logically. A woman is not going to behave logically, especially if she's quote-unquote in love with you, if she likes you. If you ask her to be your girlfriend and she says yes, you guys are having unprotected sex, a woman is not going to make you put on a condom. And a lot of guys end up in these situations. Do y'all not understand that from the moment a woman wants to sleep with you, she innately wants to have your baby? That's the point of sex. Fuck all the rationalizations that y'all hear. Fuck all the shit that y'all believe about men and women. Sex is for reproduction. When a woman wants you to penetrate her, she is subconsciously conveying that she wants to have your baby. As a man, you have to have the dick discipline to wrap it up. You know this. This is why I don't have any kids running around. I don't care how attracted I am to a woman. First of all, I don't sleep with women that I wouldn't be willing to get pregnant. Like, if I get a woman pregnant, I only sleep with women that if a baby comes from it, I can see myself co-parenting with that woman. But I don't really want to have a baby without being in a committed relationship or being married regardless. So I always put on a condom. But I still will at least sleep with women, in the very least, that I am attracted to enough to be able to co-parent and who has an attitude that is healthy enough for me to be able to co-parent. A lot of you guys just slide up in anything. And Daisy Fit is an attractive Asian woman. She is. So Fresh didn't make a mistake there in the physical appearance department. But he wants to date other women. As he said in the message, he was dating other women. And she thinks they're in a committed relationship. I don't know how true that is. But the reality is, he still should have wrapped it up because he could have avoided this situation altogether. But he didn't want to do that because, well, as you realize, these guys aren't the type of guys who have much experience with women outside of becoming who they have become. They weren't the guys who attracted women. You can just tell. When men attract women and have always attracted women, they conduct themselves in a certain way when it comes to women. They develop a certain level of intelligence and how to navigate women, how to identify which women want what from them, and they draw boundaries of what type of women they will or won't associate with, they will or won't engage with. And we don't see that level of discernment exhibited here by Fresh. Now, as I said, if he did indeed ask this woman to be his girlfriend and she met his family and they were carrying on a long distance relationship and this is why he's been fucking her unprotected, then he has nobody to blame but himself. And I will never blame a woman over a man who penetrates her without protection for her getting pregnant, because that's what she wants to do. She wants to get pregnant from you if she allows you to penetrate her unprotected. That's why I said it's subconscious, because we can have post hoc rationalizations and say, oh, we were just caught in the heat of the moment, we wasn't thinking. That's why I say it's subconscious, because a sexual act is not a rational act. That's all instinct operating. That's all attraction and desire operating. It's telling you what it wants. That's why I said if a woman wants you to sleep with her, subconsciously she wants to have your baby, because that's what's at play. That desire for you is that desire for your baby. On the most primitive, visceral level. These are the things you have to understand. But yet, so many men are idiots because they never got attractive women. They were lame, they were corny, they got some money, they got some status, some resources. Now women want them. They realize they can attract women that they never attracted. And they don't have the dick discipline or the dick discernment of which women they should penetrate, which women they shouldn't, and which ones they should use condoms with, and which ones they shouldn't. Because all they know is, bro, she's so bad, bro. She been my crush for like 20 years, bro. Oh my God, I finally got her. And then come in 10 seconds. And now she's pregnant and she wants to keep it. I don't even know what she honestly seen in Walter. That interview with Destiny, I might have to react to that interview that she had on that panel with Destiny and the creator they call Tree of Logic. I might have to react to that interview so I can get a more in-depth analysis of their actual situation. So I know if what she's saying is actually what happened, because we know women lie. But I'm not gauging that from her, and I'm really good at reading people. I've coached a lot of couples. I've coached a lot of singles. I've seen this situation a million times. I'm very adept at knowing when a woman is genuine, if what she's saying is true, if what she thought about the man is genuine, if what he told her was manipulative. I'm very good at reading these type of situations. I've never been wrong. So once I review that interview and see what she actually has to say and hear things from her side and her interpretation of Fresh's behavior and how she perceived them to be and why she even liked him to begin with and what she wanted from the situation, once I get a gauge of all of those things from listening to her tell her side of the story, then I'll have a more accurate assessment of if her getting pregnant was valid, if she was indeed led on by Fresh to believe that he genuinely was interested in her, they were in a relationship, and he wanted her to have his baby. I'll find that out later. But as I said, guys, this is why you have to have dick discipline. This is why you have to practice semen intervention. Wrapping it up so that you don't end up in this situation like Fresh. Because as I said, I'm never going to put more accountability on the woman that the man penetrated without protection if she gets pregnant. You as a man have to protect your fucking seed. I'll catch you guys on the next dosage of Q-Pill. Over and out.